Hello, my friends. Welcome. This interview will be in English, but I will make a few announcements in Spanish. Muchísimas gracias, amigos, por estar conmigo semana con semana. Les recuerdo entrar a escuchar mi último sencillo de Última Llamada en todas las plataformas musicales y el lyric video ya está en YouTube, junto con los videos anteriores y los mini covers. Y todas las demás publicaciones están en redes sociales. Recuerden seguirme. Let's begin. The purpose of this series of interviews is for me to expand my musical knowledge by getting the chance to get the information firsthand. I talk to other singers and I ask them a little bit more about their art. About today's guest, he is Martin Metcalfe. And how did I meet him? To be honest, I was a big Garbage fan. So I was digging the past and I was trying to find more music from Shirley Manson. And then the first thing I found Angelfish. Totally loved it. But I wanted to find out more. And I came across Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie's music. I was amazed. I started downloading because that was the only way back then. I was downloading their music and I had a very hard time finding it. I did what I could, Napster, you know, those things. And, well, let's just welcome this artist, musician, and painter, Martin Metcalfe. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
For having you here. you don't know how much I admire your music. It has been with me for so many years and so many parts of my life that I feel like I couldn't be myself without your soundtrack.
Wow. That's a big compliment. Thank you.
It's really inspiring. And how are you today?
Very well. Very good. Slept well. Had nice food today. It's all good.
It's night for you, right? Evening.
Yeah, it's still daylight. Still light though.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Well, the objective of this interview is to get to know you a little bit better. So I want to play a little game. Are you ready?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give you two options and you answer the first one that comes as a choice, okay? No explanations. Ready?
Okay.
Let's go. Call or text?
Text.
Big or small party?
Small party.
To fly or to teleport?
Fly or teleport? I think I'd trust flying more. Yeah, fly.
Yeah. To read or to control minds?
Oh, I feel quite dark today, so control.
Nice. Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Have a little dog.
Oh. Invisibility or shape-shifting?
Invisibility.
Money or free time?
Oh, that's really hard. Money. It'll buy me free time.
Exactly. Super speed or time freezing?
Super speed or what?
Time freezing. Stop time.
Oh. Freezing time.
Yes.
Or so I go fast or time goes slow. Okay. Time freezing.
Okay. To play any instrument or to speak any language?
I only speak English very badly, and so I would love to speak other languages. My brother speaks 3. I speak only this version of English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs or aliens?
Dinosaurs.
To wash the dishes or to hand wash clothes?
Wash the dishes.
Forest or beach?
forest, or beach? Beach.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Ninjas or pirates?
What is a ninja? I think I'll have a pirate.
Okay.
Thanks.
Travel to the past or to the future?
To the future and then go gambling. Yeah.
Comedy or horror?
Horror.
Clean rags or dirty rags?
Clean rags, please.
Okay. Thank you. Well, we finished this game.
Do I get a
did
prize?
So well. Yeah. A little later. Wait.
Okay.
Thank you. See, this was just for me to find a different side of you.
Mhm.
And maybe nobody knows this, but the first time I talked to you was
Mhm.
after you reacted to my Angelfish covers on YouTube. So
Uh-huh.
it was amazing when I first received that message of yours. You made my year. Do
How
you
long-
usually? How
How
long
long
ago?
ago?
It was
Yeah.
10 years ago.
10 years.
Yes.
Wow.
I remember because it was so important to me.
Yeah.
Do you usually watch your fans cover videos?
I do, yeah. If people cover the songs and I'd have to find them, but it's always an honor to have someone play a cover version.
Of course. Now as a singer, I realize such an honor.
Mm.
And well, since you just mentioned they were just very old now, those videos were 10 years ago. So I
Mhm.
thought that I had to do something special for this occasion. And that's why we
Okay.
prepared this.
You know the way I feel is blacker than black. If you can't go forwards, then you must go back. You know the way I feel is blacker than black. It's no big deal. It's blacker than. I wish I was queen of the world. I'd give you everything, diamonds and pearls. Yeah, when I'm queen of the world. Yeah, when I'm queen of the world. I'm looking for the love of a normal boy. One boy who doesn't come around shooting blanks. One boy who pays the rent in advance. One boy who doesn't stagger and drunk. One boy who doesn't think like a normal boy. Normal boy. Normal boy. A normal boy.
For the love of a normal girl.
We're taking the final stagecoach, rocket train and boat. We've painted all the buildings and haven't left a note. I hear the breath of me into quiet. I must be the last man on this planet. Goodbye, Mr. Mackenzie. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Mackenzie. Goodbye.
Hey,
I'm so nervous.
four songs, brilliant.
This is
Well done.
officially the longest mini cover.
That's fantastic. Well done.
I think I'm crying.
Oh,
I love your music. I don't lie about that.
thank you.
And I don't know. I'm speechless. But thank you. Thank you so much for making this music. Well, what about what is it that I like the most about your music is, well, your voice, how it sounds mysterious, very straightforward, but at the same time it is like dark, and that's something I love in music. The dark music, even when you have like more upbeat music, it's still dark. I love it, and I love your voice. I really know that you say that you come from punk backgrounds, and I've seen you mention that you didn't care so much about technical abilities. However, these songs are complex. They have harmonic progressions, deep lyrics, and your albums are quite ambitious. So it's like,
Thank
did
you.
you realize this?
Um, well, we developed over time, we had a capacity to create quite complex arrangements, yeah. But our heart is still in simplicity, so we go back to it, at times we go back to creating really simple. I love two-chord songs, There are a lot of great two-chord songs, and so it doesn't have to be complicated. But yeah, I mean, I'm just really blown away that you did four songs that just now. It's amazing. Thank you.
Oh no, thanks to you for creating this music, for inspiring me and so many other musicians. Now, also, I read that some of your songs were born as you were jamming with your musician, with your band members.
Mm-hmm.
And has this changed over the years, or do you
Yeah.
still do this?
To be honest, I mean, I really crave those days. I really wish we could have those days back, and we probably will, But the band members live in different cities, and it's harder to get together to create. So I think we create a lot more on our own, and then bring ideas together, rather than create it out of a noise. Especially myself and Derek Kelly. I mean, we did what you would call jam, just the two of us, with a drum machine, one on a keyboard, one on the bass, or one on the bass, one on a guitar, just two people. And we just play. I used to drink a lot, and I used to drink a lot at that point, and kind of let go. And so it was very organic at that period. But now, I have an idea, and I put it down on my computer, and I'll send it to Derek, who's in London. I don't know if you know, I mean, London's quite far. In the UK, it's quite far from Edinburgh. So we can't just jump on a plane easily or drive to get together. So it has to be done online a lot of the time. But I think we're still good. I mean, I don't know if you've heard the Filthy Tongues, but we've created a lot of great work, I think, this way, and sometimes it's more, these days, it's more one person will write a song and the other person will finish the song, help to finish it. And then it's a bit like the Beatles, the Beatles started writing together, but then they started writing separately and helping each other to complete their work. So it's just life. Life moves on, It's a good time to be able to work at a distance. Yeah.
Definitely. So, talking about that, I would love to invite you to a collaboration one day. It would be such an honor.
I'll come to Mexico. Yay. I love Mexico.
You're so welcome to come. as soon as it is possible and safe to come.
Mhm.
You are so welcome.
We have friends and family in Arizona, so can just
Very
nip
close to
across
where I
the border.
live.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So, although it's Flagstaff, the Grand Canyon, but I mean, you know, it's not that far
Yeah, I
really.
live in the northwest of Mexico.
Mm,
Mexico's so
great.
big, but that's exactly the closest
So
part where I
I've been
live.
to Puerto
Yeah.
Vallarta. Been to
Oh,
Puerto
that's far
Vallarta.
away, but many people know Puerto Vallarta, yes.
Mm.
Beautiful beach.
Mhm.
So yes,
And-
come anytime.
Okay,
And I have a few questions about goodbye, Mr. Mackenzie.
sure.
So you are based in Scotland, and
Mhm.
you always were singing, playing, writing songs, and now you also, I've seen that you paint. Maybe you've been doing this for a long time, but you
Mm.
never stop. You do a lot of art. I also found the name of the previous band in which you were before Goodbye, Mr. Mackenzie, was Teenage Duck Orgy. What a
Yeah,
name! But before
yeah.
that band, what were you doing musically?
Teenage Dog Orgy was really a super group in the small scene that was Edinburgh. It was 3 bands joining together to become one. So that was a kind of super group thing. Before that, really, I've really kind of almost always worked with Derek Kelly, who's my main co-writer. We both come from a little town called Bathgate, which is a beautiful little place between Glasgow and Edinburgh. And we got together in this air raid shelter. You won't have air raid shelters in Mexico, but during the war, Britain got bombed, World War II, and believe it or not, there were some air raid shelters built up here. So and it was off the grid. The electric was off the grid, so we had free electricity, and it was a very cheap room. We hired this air raid shelter, and we made music up there from maybe age 17 onwards. So my bands have evolved around, you know, various members of the groups. I never really had much of a different band in the beginning, you know, when I
It's
was
evolving.
15, 16. It was always friends, you know, that was part of our story, that friendship was more important than musicianship. So yeah, but punk, we started with punk.
Exactly.
So my first gig was in a friend's parents' house when I was 15, and we played Ramones, Clash, Sex Pistols, who else? Can't think who else right now offhand. But those were the main 3 bands that we played songs by. And on our very first gig ever, we played our own songs. So we always wrote songs. And one of those songs was called Deborah, which was about adoration of Deborah Harry. You know?
Yes. Oh, so nice.
Yeah.
So you pretty much explained to me how Goodbye, Mr. Mackenzie started,
Yeah.
right? So friends. At some point, you decided this is it, the band, or you were just flowing?
It was flowing. It was really flowing a lot. But there was a time where we had the 6 members, you know, that everyone knows the band for. And that lasted from about 1988 till about 1992. So that was the longest period that the band was stable.
Mm-hmm.
Stable as far as members go, but not stable as far as personalities went.
That never
quite
happened. I understand. And during the early years, you had constant problems with record labels, if I'm right. So let's imagine that Goodbye, Mr. Mackenzie would be starting today. Would you do it as an independent band? Or do you think that record labels really mattered?
We didn't know how good we had it back then, really, because record labels really gave you a lot of money to support you, you know. I mean, now you have to earn money whatever way you can to be able to pay to play, you know. I mean, sometimes you pay a lot of money to you'll know, you know, you have to travel a long way. There's petrol, there's accommodation, there's food, all these things have to be paid for if you travel. So
Yes.
I would love to have a record label now. And we hated them, you know. But we love to hate them, you know. And I think that
Okay. Necessary
it was
evil.
quite, yeah. But really, it was actually an amazing time because, but again, you know, when we make our own records now, we make all the money back. In those days, we got given money to look after ourselves, and then we never made another penny. The record label took everything, you know, from royalties, and I still don't earn money from Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie Records or Angelfish or any of that. So there's two sides to it, you know. It's good because we create our own music and we create our own labels and CD covers and sleeves and all that sort of thing. And we know what we're going to do. We're going to sell them, and it's going to help to pay for the next CD and travel and things like that. So yeah. One of your guests, I think I watched one of your interviews,
Oh, you
and
did.
I think Sophia and as Alandes from Season of Ghosts.
Yes.
Season of Ghosts. Her advice was to new musicians was to get a good job. I
Exactly.
was amazed by that. I was really sensible. But when I was in the music business, we were trying to make music so that we didn't have to get a job, you know. But
That's the dream.
now, yeah. But I mean, yeah. So it's a hard business.
Being realistic.
Yeah.
And well, we all do find ways, find jobs, and find money, and we end up investing in our music because we love what we do.
Mhm.
So I understand completely. And I would love to give you so much money for more merch and everything. But I want to see you live in concert. Now, I know that the name Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie comes from the title of a book after leaving Mr. Mackenzie. But who was the one who suggested it?
As a name,
As a band
well,
name.
as a band name, we had the song first. So the song was written, and it's not really about, I think the song idea must have come from that book title, but the song is actually about the end of the world and, you know, God saying goodbye to human beings in the form of this one human being, Mr. Mackenzie. But I think that from what I remember, we were in a bar getting drunk, and Derek Kelly suggested that Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie might be a good name for the band, and we thought it was hilarious, and
Thank you, Derek.
we chose it for better or for worse, you know.
Right.
It's a bit of a big name to deal with, you know.
Right, when you're buying the domain for the
Yeah,
websites.
yeah.
Very long.
I'm trying to fit all the lettering on CD covers and yeah, that kind of thing.
It covers the whole
Tricky.
picture. Well, I like it. It's like a different name, has an attitude. Very nice. Also, well, you have so many projects like Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie, then you had Angelfish at the same time. Later you had like there's something, The Fornicators, Is and the Filthy Tongues. Now tell me, am I missing others?
Yeah, you are. There's something I'm doing just now called Shamanic, which is
Oh, I did see something about it.
Yeah, I sent you a link for that. So it's shamaniclive.com, and that's a great painter called Maria Rudd, who's Russian, and she paints while a band plays, and the painting, as it happens, gets projected onto the side of
Interesting.
churches or ancient buildings, or maybe a screen if we have just a small venue. But
Right.
it's really an amazing project.
Very original.
Yeah, I'm really privileged to have been asked to be involved in it. So, and all the music has to be 9 minutes long, or 8 or 9 minutes long. So the
Right.
songs are really long because she needs enough time to finish a painting, and then she wipes the painting away
Oh,
and starts
it's a
again.
one-time thing.
It's good.
Yeah, unique. I was also very happy when I found out that you got together with Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie to gig again in 2019. It must have been quite difficult after so long. Now tell me, what was the hardest thing?
I think really it's always the hardest thing is just rehearsals, you know. It wasn't we didn't have any real we didn't have any personality problems or old arguments or any of that stuff. I think everyone was really quite happy. I think 25 years was long enough to get over all the problems the band had, you know. We'd been apart for long enough to not have issues with each other, and it was just lovely, you know, really nice experience. And the most difficult thing was just getting the songs sounding strong again. I'll tell you what, I had some problems getting up to high notes. Yeah, because your voice gets lower as the years go on. So some of the songs were a bit of a stretch, but we didn't change the keys. And maybe we should have, because I got laryngitis and lost my voice completely.
Yes.
So yeah, it was good.
And you recorded this live album from the concerts that year or before?
Yeah. No, the live album was from really 2 concerts, but mainly one concert in Glasgow, which is a very famous city for fantastic audience, you know? They're almost Latino.
You sold out also.
Yeah, it's good.
That's amazing. One of the shows for the reunion was the same venue of your farewell concert.
Yeah.
So I find it quite interesting that the place still exists.
Yeah.
That's not common in Mexico. Places coming up.
Yeah.
But do you feel like 2019 concerts were like the proper farewell, or are you saying we're back?
I'm happy, very happy to say that we're back.
Yes.
And when we can get a bit of time, or when I can get a bit of time, we will create a new Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie album. That's what we want to do. But also we're going to be playing in the Barrowlands and, you know, in Glasgow again, and a lot of other concerts in December and February.
This year.
Next year, yeah. December this year, and February next year, yeah.
I'm gonna have to start saving.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. It's far away from Mexico, but I have to go. So don't stop, please. Don't stop playing.
Okay.
Give me time to save more money. And, well, you just answered all of my questions. But, well, I'm so happy to see that you have so many hardcore fans. They give you sold out concerts. But about the musical scene, now you can see, well, you never stopped, but you can see the difference between the 80s and now. What do you think has changed the most from the musical scene?
Okay, am I going to sound like The musical scene, well, it's just completely different, really, in a lot of ways. A lot more festivals. When we were around in the 80s, in Britain, we didn't have so many festivals. There were an enormous amount of festivals a couple of years ago. So that's good. You know, that's really good for variety. And you get specialized festivals like punk festivals and goth festivals and rock festivals. So that's really a good thing. The kind of difficulty I have with the scene now is Spotify, because people don't pay for music. You know, that's the difficult part, I think. You know, so but I still buy CDs. If I like a band, I'll buy the CDs. I bought about 5 of band CDs last month.
Excellent.
Last can you read that?
Can you mention one of them?
Yeah, Las
No, I can't
Líneas.
read it.
You can't read it. I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on. One thing. Okay. I can't pronounce their name, but Las Líneas, I think, something like that. Limanas. They're from France, and they're fantastic.
Good. Send me a link so I can listen to them
Okay,
after our interview.
I'll do that.
Yes, and of course, I told you you're so invited to come to Mexico. And what is it like one place that you definitely want to visit from my country?
There are a few countries I haven't been to. I've never been to Turkey. So Istanbul's really amazing for history, I think. It was the center of the Byzantine Empire, you know, so
yes, historic.
Yeah, so Turkey.
So nice. And about Mexican food, how do you feel about hot food, spicy food?
My wife's family are part Mexican, if you like, because they're from New Mexico.
Okay.
And they are. Is the name Archibek a Mexican name? But they are definitely she's part Mexican. And when we go to America, all we eat is Mexican food all the time.
American Mexican food.
Yeah, okay. Okay, sorry. A Mexican food in Colorado and in Arizona and in New Mexico.
Of course, it gives you a hint of what Mexican food is like.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know any words in Spanish? Sorry.
Cerveza.
Muy bien. Saving your life.
Yeah.
That's it?
So,
okay.
¿Dónde está mi cabeza?
Oh.
How did I pronounce that quite well?
You're pronouncing the Spanish with the accent from Spain, but I understand.
Yeah, well, that's because we're near them.
Muy bien.
Yeah.
Gracias. So yeah, the difference is this. Very nice. About a Latin American, bands, artists, or even Mexican. Do you know any of them?
No, I'm really sorry to say I don't, because
Don't be.
I like the sound of something which is merges rock and roll and Mexican music, which is surf rock. So I love the Venturas. So they're all Californian, but I think there's a lot of Latino influence in the musical structures and the way the music evolved. So I really love surf rock. Yeah, it's got elements of Latin America, I think.
Yes, of course. Very well. And then there's Mhelyssa.
Of course.
Of course.
The one and only.
I have a second game for you. I
Oh,
hope that
right, okay.
you are prepared. In this case, I will say the category, and the first thing that pops into your mind, you say it, no need to explain.
Okay.
They're kind of like questions. Okay, ready? This is supposed to be fast. Food that you cook best.
Italian, you know, Italian
Nice.
sauce, courgettes, fresh basil.
Celebrity crush.
Oh, wow. Should I say Mhelyssa? Or
What, Mhelyssa? Okay. Favorite superhero.
the Joker.
Nice. Super villain.
He's a
Useless
super
talent. Yes, of course.
Oh, useless talent. Wow. I don't have any useless talents.
Okay.
They're all
okay.
real useful.
Of course. Nervous tick.
I wish there's something I do. I don't have a physical tick, but if I see something that annoys me on Facebook or Twitter, I reply to it. And that's really bad, you know. So that's kind of like a tick.
You should let it go.
Mm-hmm.
A must-have backstage.
Space. It's never enough space.
Yes.
I don't want champagne. I like space.
Nice. Okay. Phobias.
Oh. What are my phobias? I don't really. I don't like. I do like spiders, but I don't. You know, I kind of like them, but I kind of get a funny feeling when I see spiders.
Okay. Now, hobby that you like.
Hobby that I like. Well, I love music, and I love painting, and
Hobbit that you like.
a hobbit. Oh, it's got to be Bilbo Baggins.
Nice.
That's the best. He's the best one. He's a real hero.
Right.
Not Sam Gamgee or that other one. I don't like them.
Okay, nice. Weirdest job you ever had?
Well, it was pretty weird getting a job at the bank. I eventually had to get a job because I had a child. So I got a job in a bank. That was pretty weird. Washing dishes in a restaurant.
Oh,
I did that twice.
interesting. Were you good?
Not good
Okay.
enough.
Language that you'd like to learn?
Oh, Spanish, yeah.
I can help. How many instruments do you play?
Really, I really only play guitar. I can get by on piano to write songs, but really it's guitar.
And singing.
Singing, yeah, that's an instrument.
Your musical muse?
Musical muse. It's got to be David Bowie.
Excellent. Any sport that you like?
No.
We musicians usually don't. Recurrent dream?
Recurrent dream. I wake up with millions of dollars. That's...
Don't say it's not gonna come true. No. Let's grant you this wish.
Thank you.
Series you're watching?
See, TV.
TV show.
We've watched so many because of COVID, but what was the best one? I think we just finished watching one called Big Little Lies, which was really, really good, with Meryl Streep and Reese Witherspoon and Nicole Kidman and
Right.
great actresses. That was good.
I will watch it later. Band that you'd like to see reunited?
Oh. You know, I think
So good.
Susie and the Banshees.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Last song you listened to?
What's it called again? No Gods or Masters, it's called.
Oh.
By Garbage.
Yes.
Listen to that today.
Yes.
It's a good.
Well, coming to that, who's your favorite 90s girl? But you can't say Shirley.
My favorite what?
90s
90s
girl. I mean, you know, this
90s.
movement, musical.
Favorite PJ Harvey.
Yes, excellent. Now, someone you wish to collaborate with.
Iggy Pop, because he will know so much. I believe Iggy Pop will know who's really running the world. I want to know, and I love him, you know, I love him. And he's not dead, it's amazing, you know.
Yes.
I can't work with David Bowie, I can't work with Lou Reed, I can't work with, Iggy Pop, I'd love to work with him.
Call him. And discovery of the year. One band or a musician that you'd say this was.
You know what? I've already told you, but I can't pronounce the name.
Oh, that one.
I don't have my glasses on.
Nice.
Las Limnias.
Excellent. Very good. Yes,
well,
we'll share the link.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you
share the link.
So much.
Yeah,
Thank you. You passed.
I passed.
You passed, yes, with honors.
Wow.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Martin. I had a great time talking to you. It was my pleasure to finally seeing you. Not yet in person, but I know I will. I want to congratulate you because you always keep creating. You never stop. I'd like to know, one more question. What is the social media that you use the most?
Facebook.
Okay, so you know where to contact him.
Yeah, Martin Metcalfe on Facebook.
Excellent. And again, I want to collaborate with you. I will not forget. I wish you an excellent night, an excellent rest of the week. And I send you a big hug, kiss. Thank you so, so much. And everyone, all the people watching, thank you so much for your time. And I will see you next week with another interview. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.